Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good morning everyone. My name is Demas Rarianto, and today I will present my research proposal titled Isolation and Identification of Toxic Compound Against Artemia salina from Spons Sinasrera species collected in Sepuluh, Bangkalan, Madura, East Java. This research is conducted under the supervision of Prof. Saraswati Triwisasono, and this presentation will cover six parts: the introduction, background, objective, literature review, hypothesis formulation, and research method. Introduction. Indonesia, as part of Coral Triangle, has the most extensive coral reef in Southeast Asia and is the world's largest archipelagic nation. Marine spawns, which thrive in tropical water, are known producers of bioactive compounds. These compounds show antimicrobial, anti-tumor, and toxic activity, making them valuable source to drug discovery and natural product studies. Hence, marine spawns represent an important subject for bioprospective research. Indonesia still faces a serious health challenge, including infectious disease such as tuberculosis and malaria, with over 1 million new TB cases reported in 2023. Moreover, the country also recorded more than 400,000 new cancer cases each year. The high rate of infection and cancer reflects a need for a new bioactive compound that can serve as a lead compound for drug development. Marine spawns have long been explored for their toxic, antimicrobial, and anti-cancer property, and therefore a bioassay guided isolation from a sponge species is highly relevant for discovering potential compound. For the objective and the benefit, the objective of the studies are to perform bioassay guided isolation, fractionation, and identification of toxic compound from Sinasirella collected in Madura, and to evaluate the toxicity of its extract fraction using the BSLT or the brine shrimp lethality test. And for the benefit of this research would be, the first is to identify potential bioactive compound with toxic or cytotoxic activity, and second, to raise awareness of marine sponge conservation and their potential application in biotechnology and pharmaceutical. For the literature review, first is the sea sponge. Sponge or Phylum Porifera are among the oldest multicellular organisms and lack through tissue and organs. They survive by filter feeding, throwing water through their pore to trap nutrients. Many sponge genera such as Halicluna, Petrosia, and Discodemia have been known to produce bioactive compounds with anti-cancer and anti-inflammatory activities. Therefore, Sinasrella species, a species found in tropical region, has a great potential to yield new pharmacologically active compound. For the Sinasrella species is founded in Sepuluh, Bangkalan, is yellow, ball-shaped, thick, and compressible. It can live in both shallow and deep water, and its morphology varies depending on the environment. Interestingly, there is no spicules were found from the sample in Bangkalan, which is quite unique compared to other specimens from the other location. Previous research has shown that Sinasrella is contain macrolide, alkaloids, sterol, and lipid derivative, some of which display cytotoxic and antitumor activity such as sinasirolide A, and enigmazole A, discovered in Okinawa and Papua New Guinea. This is the example of the identified compound, sinasirolide A and enigmazole A, with its bioactivity, class, and its location, and the solvent or the extract used to extract the compound. And the last one is the brine shrimp lethality test. The brine shrimp lethality test, according to Mayer, is a rapid and inexpensive screening method using Artemia salina larvae to detect general toxicity. However, the brine shrimp lethality test has its own limitation. It lacks the selectivity, solvent effect can interfere with the result, and some compound toxic enough to brine shrimp may not exhibit useful activity in human cell. Therefore, while a toxic result in BSLT can indicate a promising lead to further study, non-toxic result may suggest a higher selectivity or the need for more specific assay. And For the first hypothesis, if the ethyl acetate extract of Sinesrela collected from Sepulu contain toxic compound, then it will show toxicity to Artemia salina in BSLD test. This is based on the evidence that Sinesrela species produce cytotoxic macrolides such as Sinesurelide A, Enigmazole A, and so on. And for the second hypothesis, if the ethyl acetate fraction of Sinestrella species is fractionated, the most toxic fraction identified by the LC HRMS is expected to contain macrolide, alkaloid, and sterol. Ethyl acetate is a semipolar solvent, is effective for extracting those compounds while being safe and easy to handle. For the research method, first is the research method is involve four main stages. The first is isolation. The sample of Genistella is macerated using methanol and dichloromethane, and the result layer are separated, and the dichloromethane phase is evaporated. This extract then partitioned between the ethyl acetate and water, and the ethyl acetate phase is collected and evaporated. The second is the toxicity test. So the Artemia salina larvae is bred for 48 hours. 10 larvae are placed into each well containing extract solution at 2000, 1500 microgram per liter concentration. After 24 hours, that larvae are counted and the LC50 value are calculated using the Probit method. For the fractionation, the ethyl acetate extract is subjected to column chromatography using silica gel 60 and an element gradient of NXN, dichloromethane, ethyl acetate, and methanol. The fractions showing similar TLC pattern are combined, evaporated, and retested for toxicity. And lastly, this is the another toxicity test for the fraction. And lastly is the compound analysis. The most toxic fraction is analyzed using LC-HRMS or liquid chromatography high resolution mass spectrometry to identify its molecular component and predict the compound class. And lastly, this is the reference is and to conclude, this study aims to explore the potential of Sinestrella species from Bangkalan as a new source of bioactive compound through bioassay guided isolation approach. The findings are expected to contribute the discovery of new lead compound for pharmaceutical and biomedical application, as well to promote awareness of marine biodiversity conservation. To end this presentation, I would like to share a quote: "A mind without purpose will walk in dark places." This reflects how scientific research should always have a clear